It's time to be honest about Facebook and let go of some of the fear-mongering and old news that doesn't make sense. There's an article by The Telegraph right now that's making a lot of headway and getting a lot of attention that says Facebook can gain direct access to your mobile and take pictures or make videos at any time, NP says. An MP is like a congressman in the US, but in the United Kingdom. Now, this is old news. If you use Facebook on your phone and you look at the terms and conditions, this has been there for a very long time. When you're using Facebook and you want to send a picture, your phone is going to have to allow Facebook to access your photos. When you want to talk to somebody on the phone and use the voice technology of Facebook, you have to allow Facebook to get into your microphone. When you want to send a video and upload a video, you have to allow Facebook to allow access to your video camera on your phone. So I don't know why this is making headway right now and people are acting surprised when there's so much more information coming out that is really, really relevant about Facebook. And we're going to break down the good, the bad, and the ugly in this video. At the same time, the same news organization, The Telegraph, posts an article quoting primarily the douches of Wales, the royal dumbass, David Cameron, and his criticism of Facebook and his outrage that Facebook couldn't stop the latest terrorist attack that happened over in the UK. But at the same time, we know that the UK government admits it spies on its citizens via Google and Facebook. So how does that make sense? They're just playing this whole charade PR game. See, there's fear-mongering on one end, and then there's outright lies and propaganda on another end to justify more power. But really the truth is somewhere in the middle. Now, Facebook has been dealing with a lot of pressure. And I don't know why they're targeted in this piece, because even when you download certain apps, like if you download the Flashlight app on your device, a lot of Flashlight apps take all of your private information, your contacts, your likes, your activity, and they sell it to third parties' activities. It's never free. Whenever you download something on the internet for free, it is never for free. And a lot of times, simple apps like the Flashlight app on your phone take information from you, sell it to third parties so they could advertise to you. So this is no surprise, but Facebook has been taking the heat. And I think rightfully so in some ways, and rightfully not so in other ways. Facebook actually created a dark option for people to be able to hide their identities, to be able to hide their locations from human rights violations from countries who openly go after Facebook users, like in Egypt, like in Turkey, like in Saudi Arabia, the US greatest ally, and they actually are implementing this dark option as of this year. Facebook, along with Microsoft, Apple, are actually lobbying to curb NSA spying. Now, of course, all these companies allow the NSA to do whatever they want on their platforms, and there's a reason for it. What many people don't know is that the NSA and US government officials and UK government officials send out these draconian letters to these companies. We know this because of Ladar Levinson. He was the founder of Lavabit. And he got a letter, a secret letter, saying that he cannot tell his board, he cannot tell anybody that he's getting this letter from the NSA, saying that the NSA wants access to all the encryption, to all the servers, and they want to know everything happening on Lavabit. Lavabit was the company that Ladar found. Ladar said no at first. And then the NSA said that they're going to throw him in jail unless he releases the encryption. Now, the reason the NSA was interested in Ladar Levinson and Lavabit, this email company that we investigated before, is because Ladar actually set up this company that was encrypted emails that Edward Snowden was using. And then the NSA came back to him and said, we want all the information, we want to know everything that Edward Snowden is doing. Ladar very cleverly answered by emailing the encryption key, which was on 14 pages. He put it on the smallest font he could. He printed it out and gave it to the NSA. It took the NSA weeks. It was virtually impossible to write in 14 pages in the smallest font of every letter to get rid of the encryption so that they could actually get into Edward Snowden's email. And when they were doing that, Ladar shut down all his servers, shut down all of his businesses, and then he was sued, and then he faced criminal charges by the government. And this is what he had to say about it. What can the American people learn from your case? What do you hope they get out of it?
What case? I have no case.
Ladar couldn't even talk about openly that he was being persecuted by the U.S. government, even though he did hand over technically the encryption key on paper in the smallest font he could. Even though he did what the NSA requested him to do, the NSA still continued to press charges against him. And because of this legal authority that they had, Ladar could not even talk about what he was going through and the persecution and the charges he was facing because of that. Now, this not only happens with Ladar, this happens with Microsoft, with Apple, with Facebook, and that's why they are not legally allowed to even talk about what the NSA is doing, how they're extorting them, how they're saying they're going to throw them in jail unless they give all the information to these people. Now it's true. Facebook does comply. Facebook is one of the few organizations that actually doesn't charge the government when they ask for information. Companies like Verizon do give all the information that the government requests of them, but they do it at a fee. Verizon is actually charging them, charging the NSA to get into your data. Facebook is like a prostitute just giving it out for free. So they do deserve criticism, and then you see them trying to appease the general public by offering this dark option, by pushing against the NSA spying, and they're actually entangled in a way that they cannot even legally talk about it. If you get a chance, check out these videos. They're going to be in the description below, so you could actually see the videos that we did with Ladar, and many times he's speaking in the third person, actually describing what companies have to go through when the government gets their hands on them and demands information. Now, even though whatever's happening with Facebook and whatever they're doing, it doesn't matter. The feds, the U.S. government is actually spying Cessna planes around cell phone towers and stealing, scooping up everything from tens of thousands of people without any warrants, without any probable cause, and they're bypassing Facebook, they're bypassing Google, they're bypassing Microsoft, they're stealing your information anyway. So just concentrating on Facebook right now is not as fair as it should be against the NSA. Now, Facebook does have a lot of power. Facebook could actually predict when you're going to be going on the next date because of the information you provide them, because of your history, because of the people you look at, because the people you talk to. They actually have a predictive way to find out your next date. And with that information, they're able to make a lot of money off advertisers because they know virtually everything about you. They know more about you than you do, and they're able to make a lot of money off that. You could actually download all of your history. You could see what Facebook, what information they have about you, and you could download your entire history on Facebook. We're talking about likes, we're talking about photos, we're talking about conversations. You could actually download all of that by going into the Facebook application. Now, I'm not a fan of Facebook. I'm not trying to be too nice to Facebook right now because they did personally screw me over. And let me tell you about the money side, which is the darker side of Facebook. Me and my friend Justin Wallace set up this page called Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. It was a fan page that me and my friend set up, and we posted independent media, articles, pictures, also stuff that Jesse Ventura did, also stuff from the show. We posted our work on there, and it was a fan page which was legally allowed under the terms and conditions of Facebook. We were allowed to have this Facebook page. We built it up to over 600,000 likes. 600,000 likes. And by building all this up, one night, I go to post something on the page that me and my friend created. It was called Conspiracy Theory. It built up a huge following. It was getting news and information on virtually everywhere around the world that wasn't covered by the mainstream media. We built 600,000 likes organically. By ourselves, we built 600,000 likes. And then one night, out of nowhere, the page is taken over. And what I found out happened was Time Warner, who had another conspiracy theory page, was not getting as many hits. That's because they were posting crap. They were posting crap about parking officials and their crappy reality TV shows. parking maze and meters and towing cars, all this horrible crap that had nothing in relation to do with alternative media, and they had about 50,000 likes. So Time Warner went to Facebook, saw our page that we created, and overnight took it over by buying it. Time Warner bought a page that me and my friend created organically that had 600,000 likes. They paid Facebook. Facebook took it away without explanation, without a message, without even telling us, without even notifying us that they're just going to take away our page and give it to Time Warner. And of course, Time Warner then bought more fake likes. As you can see, their engagement is not really that high at all. But you can see just the outright robbery that took place personally with Time Warner and Facebook. Facebook selling us out to Time Warner because Time Warner paid them to steal our page away from them. And many people in the alternative media and alternative view of things are getting hit pretty hard on Facebook. I have a personal page with about 50,000 likes. And you would expect with 50,000 likes, we would get more than 366 people seeing a post. This one has 1,100. This one has 553. This one has 1,400. This one has 1,200. This one has 525. And these are posts that are spread out. Original posts, original content. Sometimes we post other people's stuff as well. But before this algorithm change, before Facebook started crashing down on us, an average post would get about 20,000 people reached, 30,000 people reached, because it was organic, it was real, it was not fake. But now with the algorithm, no one sees our stuff on Facebook at all. We have another page that has 250,000 likes, and that page is getting hit heavily as well. And the main thing that we're being told to do is to click that promote button, promote your page. Let me tell you how that's a whole nother scan. So to reach my audience, this is for my page with 250,000 likes that we built up organically throughout the years, that has stalled recently, as with many other alternative media pages. They want $3,000 from me. You're watching what I see. They want $3,000 from me just to reach 64,000 people. And these are the people who like our page. And of course, you have many different options that you could pay Facebook. But for one post, they want me to give them $3,000. And I refuse, because it's unethical to support these ruthless bastards that have just allowed the NSA to spy on us and never had the balls like Ladar to actually stand up to the government for freedom, for privacy. And I refuse to support this initiative and ever pay them. Now, there's another reason. Even if you're soulless and don't care about giving your money to these corporate whore demons at Facebook, if you're one of these soulless people that actually wants to pay this crazy amount to reach 64,000 people, when we were doing that organically, naturally before, when everything was fair, if you're soulless, it doesn't even matter, because there's a great video. It's going to be in the description as well. It's called Facebook Fraud. It has over 3 million views. And it documents how a page who had an organic page, and this is all their organic traffic and engagement, and this is the percentage of engagement based on countries. Over here is Germany, over here is the US, over here is Canada, a lot of Western countries that understand English, because this was an English page, shows their engagement. This page decided to pay Facebook for 80,000 page likes, and from those 80,000 page likes, all the, like this circle here, it's all developing countries. It's Indonesia, it's Vietnam, it's Africa, it's India, it's Egypt. All these third world countries, developing countries that are clickbait, just fake fraud users that are being paid to like pages on Facebook. So they're able to get all these developing countries, they're able to pay them pennies to like pages. Facebook goes to them and then supposedly gives you your reach, gives you proper advertising on your website. And again, it's all a scam. You actually hurt yourself as a business, as an organization, by paying Facebook, because you flood your page with inorganic traffic, with people who never engage in your content, and your numbers are actually lower than they were before, when you actually do pay Facebook the exorbitant amount that they're wanting from you. Now, Facebook, it's a double-edged sword. We still have it. We still use it. And we only do that because it's a way to reach people that we would never reach ourselves. It sucks. We don't want to be using it, but we're making alternatives right now. In the link below, the first link in this video is going to be a link to actually sign up on our email newsletter. Now, we've been having people sign up for a while. I still haven't sent an email. I'm going to do it once every month to talk about what we're doing, behind the scenes stuff, as well as other important updates to what we're doing. And I'm not going to spam you. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up in the link below, the first link before the sources, after the sources, excuse me. Or you could go to WeAreChange.org and just click here, put in your email, join WeAreChange, and then we could reach you organically like we did before on our pages that we built up. And of course, you have the power to unsubscribe and subscribe whenever you want. But we're trying to build an alternative to Facebook. Sadly, there is not one yet. If there is, if it has enough people, if it could reach people organically that we would never naturally reach, of course we would be on it in a heartbeat. I still haven't seen it. I looked at all the other alternatives. Maybe you know something, I don't know, but you could comment in the section below. But most importantly, sign up on our email list. If you found this information helpful and unbiased, click the like button. If you found something biased, let me know in the comment section below what you thought was biased. But don't forget to subscribe. We're going to have a lot more videos coming your way. But here it is, the honest truth about Facebook. They're being pressured by the government, screwed over by the government, but they're also screwing us at the same time. So just be wary and careful. Nothing is private on the internet. Whatever you post on here, everyone will see, including governments and corporations. So just be wary, be smart, don't fall for the fear-mongering, and be aware of all these other aspects that are happening behind the scenes that no one else is talking about. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.